Hello friends, welcome to Tips and Tricks in Mathematics. This is for class 9 students and the topic of discussion is surface areas and volumes. This is the part 4 video on this topic and we'll be focusing on the solutions to the NCERT problems. In the first problem, we need to find the volume of a sphere whose radius is 7 cm, and another problem is to find the volume with radius 0.63 meter. We know that the volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. The pi value is 22 by 7. Radius is given as 7. So on substituting in this formula we get volume as 1437.33 centimeter cube. Since radius is in centimeter, volume will be in centimeter cube. Similarly for the second problem, radius of the sphere is 0.63 meter, volume is by this formula. Again we substitute the value of r in this equation. We get volume as 1.04 meter cube. Since radius is in meter, volume will be in meter cube. In the next problem, we need to find the amount of water displaced by a solid spherical ball of diameter 28 cm. Part 1 and part 2 is 0.21 meter. Amount of water displaced is the volume. So we need to find the volume of water displaced, which will be nothing but the volume of the spherical ball. Now the radius in the first problem will be 14 centimeter. To find the volume, we again substitute in the formula 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 into pi value is 22 by 7 into 14 into 14 into 14, which is 11498.66 centimeter cube. Radius in centimeter, so volume will be in centimeter cube. Similarly, we can do it for the second part, which is diameter is 0.21. So radius will be half of that, 0.105 meter. Again we find the volume in this formula 4 by 3 pi r cube, where r is 0.105, and get the volume as 0.004851 meter cube. Radius in meter, so volume will be in meter cube. The diameter of a metallic ball is 4.2 centimeter. What is the mass of the ball if the density of the metal is 8.9 gram per centimeter cube? We need to find the mass of the ball. We know that density equal to mass by volume. Density is given as 8.9. Volume of this metallic ball can be found out by the formula 4 by 3 pi r cube, where r is 4.2 divided by 2, which is 2.1 centimeter. So volume is again substituting the r in 4 by 3 pi r cube equation and getting it as 38.808 centimeter cube. Now volume we have got, we multiply with the density to get the mass. So mass is equal to volume into density. We get it as 345.39 gram approximately. This is the mass of the ball. The diameter of moon is approximately 1/4 of the diameter of the earth. What fraction of the volume of the earth is the volume of the moon? So let small r be the radius of the moon and capital R be the radius of earth. The diameter of moon is 1/4 of the diameter of earth. So radius of the moon will be again 1/4 of the radius of the earth. So that's what we have written in r is equal to 1/4 into capital R. Now volume of earth is given by 4 by 3 pi r cube capital R, and the volume of moon is 4 by 3 pi small r cube. Now this r can be replaced by r by 4. So we write equal to 4 by 3 pi, small r is being replaced by r by 4 cube. This will give 1 by 64 into 4 by 3 pi r cube, but this is the volume of the earth. So volume of moon is 1/64 into volume of the earth. How many liters of milk can a hemispherical bowl of diameter 10.5 centimeter hold? So how many liters means it is a volume for a hemispherical bowl. For the full sphere, the volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. For a hemisphere, it will be 2 by 3 pi r cube. D is given as 10.5. So divided by 2 will give it the radius as 5.2 centimeter. So volume of the hemispherical bowl is 2 by 3 pi r cube. Pi is 22 by 7. Substituting the value of r here, we get volume as 303.1875 centimeter cube. We know that 1000 centimeter cube is 1 liter. So we divide this by 1000 and get it as 0.303 liters. This is the hemispherical bowl can hold 0.303 liters of milk. A hemispherical tank is made up of an iron sheet 1 centimeter thick. If the inner radius is 1 meter, then find the volume of the iron sheet used to make the tank. Now, this is the thickness of the iron sheet. It's a hollow bowl with internal diameter of 1 meter. It is 1 centimeter thick, which is so outer dia will be 1 plus 0.01 because it is in centimeters. So 1 by 100 is 0.01 meter. So outer radius will be 1 plus 0.01, which is equal to 1.01 meter. We call it as R0. Inner radius is 1 meter. We call it as R1. The volume of the iron used, outer volume minus inner volume. So which is, and since it is a hemispherical bowl, it is 2 by 3 pi R0 square minus R1 square. We substitute these values. It will be 2 by 3. This is R0 cube minus R1 cube. So 2 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 1.01 cube minus 1 cube. Solving this, we get it as 0.0634 centimeter cube. Please read this formula as R0 cube minus R1 cube. Find the volume of a sphere whose surface area is 154 centimeter. So for getting volume of a sphere, we know the formula 4 by 3 pi r cube. So we need to get the radius of this sphere to get the volume. So how do we get radius? Surface area is given as 154 centimeter square. We know the surface area is given by 4 pi r square. So 4 pi r square is 154. So from this we can get r as 7 by 2 centimeter. So now substitute in the volume equation 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube where r is 7 by 2, we substitute and get volume of sphere as 539 by 3 centimeter cube. Since this is in centimeter square, radius was in centimeter, volume will be in centimeter cube. A dome of a building is in the form a hemisphere. From inside it was whitewashed at the cost of 4989.60 rupees. If the cost of whitewashing is rupees 20 per square meter, find the inside surface area of the dome and volume of the air inside the dome. Now inside surface area is nothing but the cost by per square feet cost. So inside surface area is total cost divided by rate of whitewashing. So 4989 divided by 20, it will give 249.48 meter square. So this is the inside surface area of the dome. Now we want to find the volume. To get the volume, we need to get the radius first, because formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. But radius is not given, but surface area is given as this. So we can put the, and it is a hemispherical dome. So we can put the formula 2 pi r square. 2 pi r square is equal to 249.48, which we computed previously in this. So we can get r as 6.3 meter. Now you have got the radius. We can compute the volume as 4 by 3 pi r cube, where r is 6.3. Sorry, it is a hemisphere. So volume is 2 by 3 pi r cube. So 2 by 3 into pi into r cube. So we get the volume as 523.9 meter cube. This is the inner surface area or the volume of the air inside the dome. 27 solid iron spheres, each of radius r and surface area s, are melted to form a sphere with surface area S dash. Find the radius R dash of the new sphere, ratio of Sn S dash. Now 27 solid spheres, each of these radius and are melted, means they are melted to form one sphere. So the volume of this bigger sphere will be equal to volume of the 27 solid iron spheres of radius R. So 27 into 4 by 3 pi r cube, this will be the volume of the 27 solid spheres. Now it is becoming a bigger sphere of radius r dash, whose volume will be 4 by 3 pi r dash cube. So this will be equal to this because they are melted to form a bigger sphere. So equate 4 by 3 pi r dash cube equal to 36 pi r cube. This will give r dash equal to 3r. So the radius of the bigger sphere is 3 times the radius of the smaller sphere. Now we need to find the ratio of the surface areas. Surface area of the iron sphere is 4 pi r square, and for the bigger sphere it will be 4 pi r dash square. Replacing r dash by 3r, it will be 36 pi r square. Now finding the ratio Sn S dash, we'll give it as 1 by 9. So the radius of the new sphere is 3r and the ratio of Sn S dash is 1 by 9. A capsule of medicine is in the shape of a sphere of diameter this. How much medicine is needed to fill the capsule? So very simple. To find the quantity of medicine, we need to find the volume of the sphere. Diameter is 3.5 mm, so radius will be half of that, which is 1.75 mm. Now the volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 1.7 cube will give the volume as 22.46 millimeter cube. Since radius was here in millimeter, volume will be in millimeter cube. Friends, with this we conclude this video. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe my channel so that future videos can be released to you instantaneously. Thank you very much, friends.